What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MTM podcast. Happy Wednesday. And as always, I'm Mike.
I'm Trevor.
I'm Mike.
Welcome back to the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, boys, let's kick things off right away. Let's not dilly-dally around.
Let's kick things off right away. Let's go, boys. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. Don't forget to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe.
Hit that notification bell.
Ding that notification bell.
So, if you're Boston, do you trade away Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant? Because obviously, everyone's seen that potential trade. Everyone saw the Jaylen Brown tweet. I personally, if I'm Boston,
For those of you with no context, Boston sent a package for a potential trade with Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and a draft pick for Kevin Durant. And Jaylen Brown later tweeted that morning, after when he woke up and saw it, he tweeted, shaking my head. He tweeted SMH. So
I don't trade away Jaylen Brown if I'm the Celtics.
No, I don't either. I mean, there's no need to, really, to be honest. Like, you just
How's
went to the
Brooklyn?
finals.
Brooklyn gets the better deal, to be honest.
Yeah, if I'm
in
Brooklyn,
my
I'll take
eyes.
that.
Boston gets kind of robbed, yeah.
I mean, if you're Boston,
know.
like you were just in the NBA Finals, you lost in 6 games. Like, you were only really 2 games away from winning the whole thing, and you want to trade away one of the guys that got you there for a guy that
Right.
It was his
Giving up your
team, too.
future.
Let's be real here. It's his team. It was his team.
Well, and
it was.
no, it was in the finals for sure. But also, I don't think
Yeah.
Kevin Durant is worth all that they're asking for.
How old
I
is he? Is he
mean-
like 35 now? He's getting older. He's not only going to
Like
be there for a year or two.
33 is my guess.
Yeah, sure, he has a 4-year contract. But
Yeah, he's
also, like,
33.
he's gonna retire before then.
Yeah, and if you're Boston, like you're giving up your entire future for Kevin
I don't do that if I'm Boston. But also, I guess they're just trying to improve the roster. But I don't see the need to. And honestly, throwing away an asset like that, like Jaylen Brown tier, is ridiculous.
And KD by himself, he's done things, but he hasn't like won anything.
No, I
You know
know
what I'm saying? Like he had
Right, right.
Westbrook and all, like
Yeah, yeah,
Harden
he
and stuff.
didn't-
They got to the
he hasn't-
finals, but they didn't win. You know, they
No,
didn't
I know.
capitalize. So like he still
the
hasn't
thing is-
proven himself.
I'm pretty sure Brooklyn got swept by Boston
No, they
in the
did.
first round.
Yeah,
They
they
did.
did.
And you want to give
Like,
up
if
one of the guys that helps you do that?
And they're in
I
the
don't
same division. Like that's a division rival.
I don't know, man.
That's facts.
I'm not
too,
doing
yeah. I
that.
don't know.
The fact that
No.
the fact that Brooklyn said no is a bit absurd to me. I think that's a great
Yeah.
deal for Boston or for Brooklyn. I mean,
That's
but
gonna be
yeah,
my
for
next question.
Brooklyn.
Like if you're Brooklyn, do you take that deal if Boston comes to the table? Like
yeah, of course.
I would.
Jaylen Brown has so much potential. Is he 26?
Yeah, he's
25?
young.
25,
And
26.
Derek White ain't terrible. So
Yeah, Derek White's a great role player.
He's 25. He's
Yeah.
turning 26 in October. So next year he'll be 26. But still, I mean, he averaged 23.6 points with six boards, 3.5 assists, and a steal,
He's
on
one of the best
35%
high scorers in the
3-point
game.
shooting, and 47% 3-point shooting. So like you're giving up a really good young player who has the. If you kept Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum together, like that's going to be a super team duo in a year.
Like people are saying, and I totally agree with it. Like those two are probably some of the best isolation basketball players in the game. Yeah, Kevin Durant is too, but like I'd rather have Jaylen
he's
Brown
older.
with
Yeah,
Jason
same.
Tatum than Kevin Durant with Jason Tatum.
I
Jaylen
agree.
Brown's also a really good defender, which people kind of sleep on. So you're giving up a really good perimeter defender, and you're giving up a good perimeter defender, Derek White, in that trade too, just to get Kevin Durant, he's more so a scorer than he is a defender, but he's a good.
Right.
He plays good defense, but it's not like Jaylen
No.
Brown and Derek White. Like it's not worth it.
No, I
The
agree.
Slim
100%.
Reaper.
And we saw specs of what Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum can do together. Obviously, they were young in the finals against a very veteranized and like a Warriors team that's been there and done it before. And
Seasoned.
people are like, maybe Celtics think we're missing a piece or something like that. But like, really, no one's gonna beat the Warriors this year. No one was going to. No one coming out of the East was gonna beat the Warriors. No one in the West beat the Warriors. They were
They're all
destined.
healthy. Yeah.
They were a star destined to win that. But after seeing what you see from, or after seeing what Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum did in the finals with a great lineup behind them, like Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Derek White off the bench, Marcus Smart, Peyton Pritchard, they're really going to turn around and say, let's get rid of our star. After him and Jason Tatum just carried them to the finals. I don't know. Like, if I'm Boston, I'm thinking, wow, we have something special here. Let's build around it, not let's give up a piece.
How many picks were they trying to get rid of too? Was it first? Obviously, it's going to be at least one first rounder.
It was
just one pick,
multiple?
but I think it was probably a first. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was going to be first, but it'll be later first round because I don't see the Celtics taking a dive here in the next couple of seasons.
They make the playoffs, so it's
yeah.
not a
So they're already going to be exactly. So I don't see it like happening.
And then if Boston makes that trade, they fall off from where they were this past year, which kind of like then you're like, okay, like what other teams do you guys think next year that had maybe like good seasons or like even great ones that you think will fall off next year, maybe because of something happening or just like age or like what are like let's start with you, Nards. Like who do you think will fall off next year?
Dude, I don't really see any of the teams like falling, like totally taking like a total dive next year because I feel like the movement and like where the league at is right now is like they're so spaced out, all the talent that there's so many contenders that are coming in next year that could still like go for like championship run. Like this, I don't know, like the Lakers maybe we gotta still see how Anthony Davis performs.
I agree. But it's hard to fall off when you're already at the bottom.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't fall off if you don't make the playoffs. Like, okay, then like for you, Nars, who's a team do you think that made the playoffs this year that won't make the playoffs next year? We'll just keep it like that then, because then you can technically say they fell off.
Man. Oh shoot, dude! I don't even know. I think I don't see the Jazz made. Did the Jazz make the playoffs this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the Jazz will make it next year, considering they just got rid of Rudy Gobert and stuff and all those picks. They might have a fall off season. Yeah.
I have the Jazz in mind just because they're trying to
maybe the
unload
Hornets too.
Donovan Mitchell right now, and they got rid of Gobert. Like, I just don't know if they're gonna do all that well. I mean, like they got Pat Bev and Jared Vanderbilt, but really not a lot of help. And now they have like they're gonna have a weird starting five, especially without D Mitch, because they're gonna have Clarkson starting and Jared Vanderbilt in the mix, and they got rid of Joe Ingles. So I don't know. It's a weird mix.
Yeah.
Also, another team that I really see falling off is the Hornets. A lot of people have them as sleepers for next year, but they haven't really added anybody as far as I'm aware. And they just got rid of Miles Bridges, who was one of their glue guys, who was like holding everything together and who was a consistent piece. So I don't really see how they don't fall off unless they make a big trade real soon or pick up another free agent. But I don't really know.
Yeah, like we all kind of agree.
The Hornets didn't make the playoffs though. They were like didn't they lose
they didn't.
play-in? Yeah, they lost.
I see them getting even worse though.
Yeah, that's fair.
They probably don't even make the play-in next year.
Were they in the play-in?
What, a 20-point per game scorer in Miles Bridges?
Yeah,
they don't
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have they added anybody? I have not that I'm aware of.
No, not really.
I can think of off the top of my head.
Obviously, LaMelo is like developing, and he's going to ball out next year, but not without that second scorer next to him or like that guy. I don't know, man.
Like a team that I think could fall off it's going to be probably the Nets. I mean, that chemistry that they've got going on there right now, like if everyone wants to jump ship, like Kyrie and KD, like obviously
Kyrie came out and said that if KD leaves, he still wants that. Kyrie came out and said that no matter what, he wants to stay in Brooklyn. But I think that's
I saw that. I did see that.
That's
like a couple weeks ago, he was saying he wanted to reunite with LeBron in LA.
I know you can't ever.
Dude, Kyrie's always all over
make up
the
his
place.
mind if he even wants to play.
You can't trust an NBA player, bro.
But like I was like thinking, I was like, okay, like you guys know how important team chemistry is in basketball. Like the Warriors had great team chemistry, and it literally like that's their brand of basketball. It's just selfish basketball where anybody can get hot at any point and drop 30 on you, or even 25. And then you look at the team like the Nets, where like they have no team chemistry. It's literally just like big name players to try to sell tickets. But like if everyone's leaving and they
Blake
start trading
Griffin.
pieces away to rebuild, then yeah, clearly I think there'll be a team that will fall off.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I see the Suns not being as successful next season as they were this past one. I think they'll still make the playoffs, but I think they'll be like one of the at least
First round
2 or
out.
3 spots lower in the seedings. Like they'll have a rough, I think, regular season next year, and then come playoff time, they might be able
I
to
don't know,
figure
dude. They
things
got
out.
Chris Paul, the point guard.
I know. I'm not. I
That
don't
dude
know.
carries that team.
I don't think I agree with that. I do. I think the Suns are up there with my not favorites to win it all, but I think they have a good shot at making a run because I mean they have the same roster as that run 2 years ago. They made a deep run this year. It's just
They have Bridges coming back.
But it's like
Ayton re-signed.
they have the
you just
exact same
re-signed
Chris
team.
2
Paul.
guys,
Yeah.
so they're now comfortable, right? Like usually guys in contract years ball out because they're trying to make as much money as possible. Now, since those guys have secured their bag, at least for the next 4 years, it's kind of like, are they going to come with that same intensity, next year? Because they're not, because they're like already
You
signed
got that
a
bag.
guaranteed contract. Like, I'm going to get this money, and if they trade me, they trade me.
Right. Fair enough.
But it's also not fair of me to assume that, they're going to be like that. But that's just a bold prediction I have. That was like my one bold prediction for a team that's going to fall off. But then obviously we've got dark horse teams, right? And Trev, you're kind of saying how the Suns, they're not a dark horse team, but they're your favorite to win it all. Well, who's a team that is probably not favored to win it all? That you
Maybe
think
not my favorite, but
well, one of them, right?
yeah, definitely.
So then, like, what are like teams that you think that are kind of being put under the radar right now that you think could make a serious run in the playoffs and probably make conference finals at least?
I really see the 2 teams that I think are going to do really well this year: the Timberwolves and the Blazers. I said it earlier in another episode of the pod, but I really like what the Timberwolves are doing with those twin towers in the paint with Towns and Gobert. I think that that's going to be dangerous and scary. People are underestimating, I think, how
good Gobert is.
Excuse me. Yeah, exactly, and how efficient those 2 are going to be together. I mean,
But still,
Anthony
they got
Edwards is
D'Lo.
literally he's on track to be like one of the great, like one of an all-time great, putting up all-time numbers already. Like second most points ever by the age of someone under 21, third most threes ever by someone under 21 or whatever. And like they just have a lot of offense. And they just added a huge defensive piece. So I think that there's going to be some sleepers this year. They were just a play-in team, and I think they have a case for a 5 or 4 seed even. Another team is the Blazers, dude. They just got Jeremy Grant, who I'm huge on. I love Jeremy Grant. He was good in Detroit. He was good on the Nuggets. He's just a great glue guy and a good piece. He's a great role player. He's a good starter to have there and get you 14 or 15 or 16 or 17, however much you need. And he's there he can pass the ball a bit. He can rebound. He's a good defender. Just a good 3 or 4 swing man who you can depend on. And they just got.
He's kind of a vet now too.
I know.
He's been in the league. He's been around. So
Joseph Nurkic is coming back now. And he'll be in the center for the Blazers, which they were missing last year. So they'll have and Shaedon Sharpe, the new rookie, who has a lot of potential, but we still got to see what he can do. But I think he's going to do well. With as crazy athletic as he is, the only way he fails is if, like, even if you don't shoot the ball that great, if you can go out there and play your heart out and get boards and assists and play good D, if you can't shoot or whatever people are worried about, having a top 7 pick on your team with a new free agent and Jeremy Grant and your centers coming back and Damian there as well.
Anthony Simons as well.
Exactly.
He big deal. He's a good player. I think he'll be a candidate for 6th man of the year. I don't think I said anything about him
last week.
The last podcast, yeah, but I mean, because CJ left the Blazers, right? Obviously, he's with the Pelicans. That's one of the teams I have that I think could be a dark horse for next year.
With Zion,
if you're the Blazers, do you start Anthony and just have a star-studded starting lineup where you guys get up early, on teams, or do you put him on the bench with a bench unit and have him just be the primary ball handler / scorer?
I'd probably start him with the way he's been playing recently for sure. Him and Dame
Yeah.
at the 1 and 2. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but they'll make it
I
work.
put Anthony at the 2 because like Dame's gonna be the primary ball handler,
Right.
and I think Anthony will probably just take the role of he'll be more so moving off ball in catch and shoot situations.
Yeah. Perfect. I love the Blazers. I think they're a dark horse for me, and so are the Timberwolves. I also put on here the Pistons, Hawks, and Cavs. I think the Hawks is pretty self-explanatory. They just added DeJounte, which is huge. Great defense. Another
John
off-ball guy.
Collins, Trae Young.
He
they
is
have
a
some
ball
talent.
dominant guy. DeJounte is, but I'm sure he'll fit in next to Trey with the way Trey passes and stuff. And the Cavs, I'm really high on them. They're another team that I don't know if they have like a chance to win it all. Same with the Pistons. I'm not sure they have a chance to win it all, but I think they're gonna do better than people are expecting them to for sure.
Personally, I only see the Pistons winning like 30 games next year.
They
Like,
won
actually
minus
Last
winning.
podcast you just said it was, or we did like the over under wins, and I think you said they were at least a 40-win team. And you said
No,
that?
no way, no way.
I
Not
said
40.
I think we said
I think it was
maximum
30.
40.
Yeah,
I think that's what
30
we said.
to
At the
max
absolute
40,
most
like
40.
tops.
But yeah, no,
I
I
don't
see him
see 'em
winning like
making-
I think they won 17 this year. I could see him winning like 33 next year.
I think they won 23.
23, is that what it was?
Yeah, don't hold it. Yeah, something like that. Because I think that Vegas had them winning like 25 as a plus
I
over
could see him,
under.
next year I could see him winning like Pistons like 30, 33, 30.
Yeah,
33,
but I mean they did
33.
have a lot of people out at the end of the season.
Maybe
like Bagley
35 if they
benched
glue
and-
well.
Yeah,
That honestly, the Pistons division of like the Cavs, Bucks, Bulls, and Pacers, like the whole like division is just becoming really
Oh.
good.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
forgot
I
about the
had
Pacers,
Bull-
dude. Pacers might be kind
They
of
might be a
decent. I
sleeper
don't know if they're
team.
gonna.
Like I don't
Yeah.
think they'll make a case for
I don't see a
being
playoffs run.
a
but
playoff run, but they might make a play-in game. You know?
yeah, they might make it there. I mean, they got TJ Warren coming back, who's looking like MJ in the bubble before he got hurt.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like think about like the Bulls. Like they re-signed Zach LaVine, which is huge. They have DeMar DeRozan, so those two have at least had 1 year under their belt.
dude,
they
I'm
were really good in
huge
the
on
regular
Chicago.
season. Like I think they could make a legit like case for them being a team that could make the conference finals, especially if they get home court
Who the
advantage.
Bulls?
The Bulls,
Yeah. Especially with Lonzo coming back. Lonzo got hurt like mid-season
That's the
or
thing,
something.
Definitely
bro.
Bulls are
With Zach
sleepers,
LaVine,
for sure.
they
But
were
also
balling in the beginning. They had like one of the best records in the NBA that got the start, and then Lonzo, like they had a couple injuries come into play, and then they ended up falling off.
I mean, are they really a
near
dark
the
horse though?
end,
They
but-
were number 1 in the East for the majority of the season until Alonso got injured, and then
And then they
Everybody
couldn't
wrote
win
them off.
shit.
That's
And
the
they
thing.
literally-
Everyone
Yeah.
wrote them off.
well, because they were nothing without him. Like obviously they're gonna write him off. Like, I mean, like, like in my opinion, like, can't be a dark horse. Like the Nuggets can't be a dark horse in my opinion, because like everyone knows what they're capable of with Murray. No duh, they're gonna perform well. Like, and same with like the Clips. Like
Clippers.
they're gonna have Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and John Wall. Like obviously they're gonna do well. Like they're not a dark horse. Like
What about the Raptors?
Raptors, I think, are a good dark
You have
horse.
Pascal, and then you have Scotty Barnes coming up, and I
I
mean
know,
they
I
have,
like that.
Cavs
They
team
have
could be a
some
good dark horse
Cavs
too.
too.
yeah, the Raptors and the
'Cause
Cavs. I see
They
They're probably
showed what
down
that.
the best.
And also
young
another thing about
talent
the
that
Bulls is
like,
DeMar
ready
was
for the
like a
next
top
step.
5 MVP candidate this year.
Yeah.
Like, are they really a dark horse? Like they have an MVP, one of the like he was in the MVP talks for a while.
They'll
And
make
then
it farther in the playoffs than they did this past year, so they'll improve, I guess.
For sure.
Don't they have Alex
for sure.
Caruso still too? From
Yeah.
Chicago. Yeah.
And
That's a
like,
good team.
like kind of like back to your T-Wolves point, Trev. Like I think I've said this before. Like the Cavs with that Mobley, like Allen, like they kind of brought back that whole
Dude,
twin
the
tower.
Twin
thing.
Tower. Yeah.
And like they were like those two together are so dominant. They're so dominant, and they feed off of each other. And it was really exciting to watch because like it could literally be Mobley blocking a shot off the glass, Allen getting the rebound, kicking it to Garland, and then Garland like full court passes it up to like Okoro or something like that, and they just run teams off the floor because they're so young, like they're athletic, which is why
Yeah,
I really
they're
love
so
watching them
young.
play because they'll be like, all right, we got youth, we got everyone's in great shape. Versus like if the Cavs were to play the Lakers, like the Lakers would be gassed halfway through the first quarter just because the Cavs
That's
are
what
out there
happened to the
running
Lakers
track.
last year.
because the Cavs are
They
so
have all these
young.
old timers, and they weren't able to get up and down the floor. I mean, you had like Carmelo, Dwight, all these one-time greats before, but they just couldn't compete with all these young dudes. They're just getting ran out the gym, dude. They just didn't have the energy to keep up.
Greats.
No, I said like the past greats. I mean, they're still great, but like, they're not at the level they were when they were.
Like LeBron is nowhere near what he was like when in 2012 in Miami. That I think was probably the most dominant year from one person I have ever witnessed.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was
same
insane.
with Carmelo and
Dwight
Russell
Howard.
Westbrook. Yeah, like everyone, like it's
so many.
Bunch of washed kings. I mean, they were, dude. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's just some like great talent. Like probably some of the best of the 2000s, 2010s. But like, you need to mix it up. You need to have some young kids in there to keep it running, to keep the motor
Stanley
up.
Johnson coming in. He was like one of their best players, like mid-season, dude.
I know literally what happened. Stanley Johnson.
Like he was like carrying them. Yeah, he was, but he just couldn't shoot the ball. But it was either him or Justice Winslow. I mean, they're like the same person.
That you trade that pick away on draft night.
Yeah, you should have got rid of that. But
it's easier to look back and say, "Oh, you should have done this."
Yeah.
Hey, he clamped LeBron though in that one in the playoffs that one year when they had Blake Griffin. He
does have that one feat to his name. He clamped LeBron.
Yeah. That's about it.
Did?
Stanley Johnson
in the playoffs.
Yeah, when they made the playoffs.
That's lit.
Like they went out like 4 games. It was like a sweep, but
damn.
It was
all right, Jones. You got any sleepers?
Okay. I had the Thunder on there, and then I took them off, and then
dark horses.
Yeah, I think SGA is going to take obviously another jump this.
Josh Giddey.
And Josh Giddey, what he's shown in Summer League, I think those two together will be nasty. Lou Dort's a good perimeter defender. And, they're in the West, where the West now is no longer the dominant conference in the NBA, where it's the East. This past year, it really showed, that, what was it, top 6 seeds in the East, you could have all been this team could potentially win the finals. Versus, the West, you look at, those teams, it was, the Warriors, the Suns before the playoffs started, and the Mavs, versus anyone in the East could have won it. Anyone could have came out of the East. But obviously the Warriors were the clear favorite. I don't know. Anyways, I just think the Thunder as a team, because they have a young core and that Sam Pressly idea of trade away 2 older superstars and get as much draft capital as you can and just build a team like that. And now you look at their team, those are mostly guys that they drafted, and they're all good young talent, and they've been playing together for a while. I think they'll really start to mesh, and they might make a serious case to be a good playoff team next year.
Talking about the Twin Towers, dude. You have Chet Holmgren and that other draft pick they got.
If he pans out the way he's supposed to, Chet could, definitely be that. Maybe
they have so much length on that team now. It's kind of crazy. Josh Giddey's 6'10" himself. I
know he is actually. Is he? How tall is he?
Huge point.
They literally drafted guys that are almost demigods you make in 2K, guys that are just hard to guard.
Yeah,
Giddey's 6'8", but still, that's
6'8".
crazy. It's like Ben Simmons
guard too.
Yeah. Damn.
Which is nuts.
I love the Thunder though, and they did it. They played it.
Right?
I mean, they did the rebuild right. They got a bunch of picks. They've drafted young. They got good talent.
But they've always had good draft picks. I mean, they've drafted Westbrook, Harden, Durant.
Yeah.
They've had some crazy people come through the Thunder.
I know.
And then another team that I have on my list is the Pelicans. I don't know how in depth we talked about it today, but you saw what they were able to do when they played against the Suns in that series. They made it competitive, and Jose Alvarado, kind of made a name for himself, by rattling Chris Paul. And the way that Ingram and McCollum play together, I enjoyed watching that. Those two formed a duo down there, and guess what? Zion's probably going to come back, and we're all seeing the videos on the internet of him doing like 360 windmill dunks and stuff. Like he's like, oh,
He's
I'm back.
walking
Ready.
up.
If Zion,
dude.
if Zion comes back
He's
healthy
walking.
and he can stay healthy, that team is gonna make a serious run.
Because when
And they have
Alvarado's coming off
Brandon
the
Ingram,
bench,
don't sleep.
I
yeah,
know.
Ingram and
Brandon
McCollum have
Ingram's
that duo
dirty.
already formed that they kind of established in the playoffs that like
That
either
team
one
is
of
a
them can
good
score
team.
at any time. They both can bring the ball up the floor. Like I like teams like that are versatile, where they can have anybody bring the ball up the floor, because then it gives you so many different like offensive sets you can run.
No, I agree.
They
Dude,
still
the
have Josh
Pelicans are
Hart?
scary.
Josh Hart, I think, is in Portland. He was part of that trade for CJ.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But even then, like CJ was kind of
CJ 's
Dame's
cold.
shadow in Portland, and then he kind of goes to New Orleans and he totally flips the script, because I don't think they were planning on making the play-in or playoffs until CJ got there, and they're like, okay, like we can make a
Yeah, we can make a
run at
run.
the
Like,
playoffs.
let's
Yeah.
go for it.
And they did. They
I'm
finished
grabbing
strong.
water. Hold on.
All right, yeah.
When Dame got hurt, also, Portland became CJ's team. Like the whole Portland, yeah. When Dame was gone, CJ carried. He was like dropping like 40-point games and stuff like that. So he
like
was doing
CJ
mad
reminded
work.
everybody, like he was like, hey, I can still play. Like I'm a hooper. Like don't worry. Like
Yeah, don't sleep. Don't sleep.
all right,
What a beast.
we can kick this next segment off. Me and you. Best. Okay, so the NFL and NBA have both been releasing jerseys. That's like a way to keep the fans interacted like during the off season, and it creates a lot of like Twitter fights, Twitter hype, all of that good noise. And then the NBA will eventually like put together a montage or like a collaboration of like all the new jerseys or something like that. Like last year for the 75th anniversary, did that for all the alternate. I think they were the city jerseys, right? Is what they were called.
Yeah, city edition.
And so, some teams had good ones and then some teams have bad ones. But let's start things off, Nards. Like, who has the like regular home uniform, like just the basic home uniform? Who do you think has the best home uniform?
I picked the Lakers just simply because most teams, when you look at it for like the basic home jersey, it's just white and like the dark color. But the Lakers, they have that iconic gold and purple, so their home jerseys were always rocking with the gold. So I really, and those are classics. They're iconic. So that's why I picked. I think they have like one of the most recognizable jerseys in like all of the NBA easily. So that's why I picked them for the basic home jerseys, because I do love the gold.
Like,
It looks great.
I picked the Hornets because they've got the pinstripes on them, which I'm a big sucker for when a team can incorporate like the team's history into their jerseys and then have it the new school twist on them. So
yeah, I love Charlotte.
Like the throwback Hornets jerseys where like it was like the white with like the teal pinstripes, like those are cool. But now they added like the new school font, new school numbers. They did a little like modification to it, and I think they just look clean. And especially with that honeycomb home court that they've got with the hardwood, like I think it just goes perfect.
Dude, I do love their court. Their court is sick.
I honestly
Trey, what about you?
I can't find any home jerseys, bro, online. I don't know where you guys are looking.
I kind of did that off of memory.
Yeah, same.
Well, I mean, like I don't know all the jerseys off the top of my head. Like a couple that come to mind are like the Sixers and the 76ers, or the Sixers and the Celtics.
Yeah, Sixers are classic. Sixers are clean. Celtics too.
I just like their colors, to be honest. The Thunder.
It's like every time you go into 2K and you go to like choose your team's uniforms, if you have the Celtics, they all look the same. You're basically just choosing your short length.
Practically.
Yeah, they're all the
It's
same.
the green and white, and it says Celtics. Or if you're lucky, it'll say Boston.
I think it says Celtics at home, Boston when it's away.
Yeah.
And
their away jerseys always say the city, and then their home jerseys always say like the team like logo or mascot or whatever you want to call it.
Dude, I wish there was just like a. I don't know why there's not a list of like.
I tried to.
I know I couldn't find one. Like just a picture of them all.
I have a link that I used the other day when I was doing this. Hold on. I'll pull it up and I'll share my screen and I'll scroll through it so you can see it. But then you have to take into account like Cavs just redid their jerseys.
Yeah, they're disgusting. Sorry, I do not. I'm not a fan of the new Cavs jerseys like at all.
The home ones are fine, I guess. It's just
They're
the
so
away ones. We were
plain,
talking
dude.
about it. They look like the summer league.
Yeah, it
Summer
looks
league
like
jerseys.
there's like no bubble. It's just straight up like one font. And throw a C on the middle or whatever. It's just not. Just says Cavs. Just nah.
All right, here.
All the teams are going to like all these simple looks, dude, and I hate it. They're all like trying to make it like the most plain thing ever. It's not cool. Like the early 2000s logos and stuff were so clean.
I don't mind the basic looks. I don't know.
All right, here you go, Trev. Here, I got you. All right, can you see that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but like
So the
back in
Lakers
like the
were, like-
early 2000s, they were always focused on like the team mascot, and like nowadays it's just like just lettering across. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
So yeah, this is
I
the
know.
Lakers home jersey. Obviously, everybody knows that. Miami Heat. I think these are for all the jerseys of like all of them combined. So like obviously this isn't the Miami home jersey, but it's the white one that says Heat. I think. There's your Sixers, Trev.
Got you.
Golden State.
What is this? Just a list of the best jerseys?
Yeah, like NBC Sports ranked just like all the jerseys combined from first to worst. So
This is a terrible list. I don't even want to look at it anymore. I can't believe they put Lakers at number one. That's the most basic jersey of all time.
well,
This is a
The
horrible look.
Lakers,
Well, they're saying
the
without
Lakers
debate,
gold is
like,
iconic.
yeah, that's literally right here.
What about the Memphis? What about the Vancouver? The Grizzlies.
Those aren't their
They're
home
right
jerseys
here.
though. Those are their
Yeah, but these aren't the
alternates.
home jerseys either. Look at it. Scroll down. Those Valley jerseys are the 75th anniversary.
These are like,
Oh.
it's compiled of all like their jerseys combined.
Oh
is how
no,
they
the
made this
Lakers
ranking.
aren't number one like overall.
I know, and
Nah.
dude, the
Just
Raptors
straight up home,
pinstripe
man.
with the Raptor on it. All right, get this list off my screen. I'm getting angry.
Speaking
Knicks?
of Portland, dude, I have them for like my favorite like away jersey, just like basic away jersey, the all black with like the red and white stripe. It's just like blatant. I don't know. It's kind of cool.
Dude, I
It
might
says
be
Portland
basic and
across it.
say
All right, hold on. I just had to show this real quick. Like, look at that, just crisp, old.
That is
Yeah,
crisp.
those are
all in
clean.
one.
that's a home jersey, right?
Pinstripes. Yeah, that's their home
Yeah.
jersey. There's a little honeycombs on the court. You can see that in the back.
That is tough. I like that actually. Dude, for my away jersey, I don't know, man. Damn.
The Knicks, I don't know. Knicks have some nice, decent jerseys.
I said the Spurs. I like the Spurs away jerseys.
The black ones.
Yeah, here I actually have it pulled up. So hold on, I'll share the screen again. Because I'll point out what I think is the coolest part about it. Right here, how they use the logo as one of the letters to spell out Spurs.
That is cool.
I mean, like,
Fair enough.
I didn't really notice it until like I was like trying to find like away jerseys I liked. I was like, you know what? It's like a very basic but cool jersey all in one, and like plus like it's black and silver. Like you can do some cool stuff with that. And I don't know. I just like it.
Dude, I think the Vancouver OG jerseys are just the goats.
The teal one.
The teal,
Yeah.
dude. Those are my favorite.
Even the
jerseys,
white,
like,
even
of
the
all
white ones with
time,
the teal
dude.
lettering, bro.
The Vancouver jerseys are just so clean. I love those.
Yeah, Nards, those are your best alternate uniform.
Yeah, those are like one of my favorite jerseys of like all time though. I was saying it like all last year too, dude. I just love those.
Dude, and the Raptors too. Damn, dude.
The like purple ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are nice.
the purple ones with the Raptor on it, or the white ones with the black pinstripes and the Raptor on it.
I like the throwback.
That's like if
jeans
you're
ones
talking
that
the
are
whole
black and
time.
purple. I think those are sweet. Like where it's like I think it's like cut in half black and purple, and then there's like the checkered board down the side or something like that.
I don't know if I've seen
But
those.
my pick for
Wait,
the
who's?
best alternate, here I'll pull it up.
Kings.
King.
So your all-time favorite, Trev? Is it the Raptors purple jersey?
It's got to be probably, yeah. The Raptors white
those are
jersey.
pretty
The
nice.
Raptors white jersey with the
The dinosaur on it.
yeah.
Barney.
So my current favorite alternate is the one the Pistons just released.
they brought back the teal, and it's a tie of the new and the old school. But these were a close second for me. These Kings jerseys, these ones.
Oh, those are cold, bro.
Yeah, those
Like,
are tough. I don't
the
even think
white
I've ever
chocolate
seen that.
Jason Williams jersey. I've seen
That's
people wear
cold.
those at like concerts or parties, and I'm like, okay, that's tough. I like it.
That is tough.
Big concert party guy, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really start doing that until I turned 21 because I was able to consume alcoholic beverages.
Always
Legally.
practice safe drinking.
Oh yes, I only drink one drop and I'm done.
No drinking underage, especially.
And I always
Just one beer all night.
Dude, the Knicks ones, with the checkers down the side, are cold as hell.
Dude, I said the Knicks.
Is it a
Dirty.
throwback?
It's the 1820 alternate. It's like navy.
Oh yeah, it's got it like on the sleeves, the collar, and down the side.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool. But let's do something new. All right, we haven't done this on the podcast before, but I've done these on my own just because like I get curious, and then I sent this in the group chat the other day to see
Keep yawning.
what you guys thought. But hold on, let me pull it up. All right, boys, you got $15. Players under the age of 25. Who wants to kick it off?
I need to take a sec to look here. Let me see.
I'm definitely taking K, dude.
Yeah,
Luka's up there for 5. They're similar like style players. I gotta take the cheaper one. And I'm a Detroit sucker, so you know, Cade for $2.
I'm taking Cade for $2 at point guard.
Uh-uh.
At shooting guard, I'm taking Hero for $3, so that's $5. Because he can be an off-ball shooter. He's not really a ball-dominant guy. Then I'm taking Ingram at my 3 spot for $4. That's supposed to be at $9. And then at my 4 slot, I'm putting Mobley for 2, so that puts me at 11. And then in my center slot, I think I'm gonna put I'm going to put Jared Allen in my center slot. So $13. That's my dream team. Cade, Hero, Ingram, Mobley, Allen.
I like that. So a team that I built, I didn't even think about positions. I didn't even go by position. I just went by like
talent.
What team I think could talent wise. So obviously I went Luka. I mean, he's the best player at $5. My opinion.
No, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I went Luka, Anthony Edwards, Lonzo, Cade, and then Triple J.
That's a good lineup. That's a really good lineup.
Have him run the 5. You could even, if you really wanted to, you could be like, hey, Luka, you can run the 4 because you're big enough, or you could. Cade could do it. Ant could do it. He's big enough. Like, anyone can play anywhere. Lonzo could. I mean, he's a great defender. Like, I mean, the only defensive liability on the team is Luka. We could just hide him in the corner on defense. But everybody else can play defense. Everybody can pass and play make. Everybody can score. They can all stretch the floor. I think it's just a well-balanced team.
Dude, I got to take Cade at the 1. I got to take Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Maxey, and then Jared Allen. That's my 5.
Maxey's a sleeper. I like that.
I think Maxey and Triple J at $1. Even Tyrese Halliburton too. Like, I don't know. I'd probably put
that $1 team is that $1 team is a 4 seed, bro.
Dude, I'm still questionable on Jalen Green. The dude can score, but I don't know how he is like off the ball on like the defensive side.
I know.
Like
I don't.
He'll
How's
pop
Jordan
off
Poole
here
like?
And there, but
Don't get me wrong.
It's not that hard to pop off for 50 when you're on the Rockets.
Yeah, I'm just.
I mean, there's a lot of
Michigan
ball
fan
hogs
as the next
there.
guy. How is Poole $2 and how is Tyrese Maxey $1?
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
that's
I
dumb.
agree. It should be switched.
How is Cade $2 and Hero 3? Cade
He's a
Cunningham has
rookie.
better career stats than Hero, and he's a rookie.
Desmond Bane's good too, but I don't know if he's $3.
I don't know. Bane is a good player.
He is. Yeah, he definitely is. But
Zion being $5 is the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Dude has
That man-
played like 40 games.
Yeah, but it was the best 40 games the NBA's ever seen by someone that young. Ever.
Was it actually? I know
Yeah.
he like dominated, but like
He had the highest shooting percentage on the most points per game by a rookie ever.
where's his shot chart though? They're probably all dunks.
No, they were.
No, I know.
It literally
I saw him
was.
hit
He
a couple
shot like
threes,
70% in the paint or something like that, like 60%.
Dude,
That's ridiculous.
so
Dude, he
stupid.
averaged a double-double as a rookie. And then his next season, he didn't
broke
play that
his
much his
foot.
rookie year. And then
Fractured
the
his
second
foot.
year, he came out and was averaging like 25 and 10 or whatever. Dude, I think
Yeah,
Zion is going to be a hell of a player if he can stay healthy.
His highlights in high school were he's the best high school player to like ever live. I'm sorry. Like
and the
most
dude is
dominant.
strong as an ox.
I know.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's a football player in disguise as a basketball player.
I don't know his longevity though, dude. The way he plays, he's such a he's so big. I don't
So
know.
is-
He's a freak of an athlete. I'm excited to watch him
Yeah.
this year. Hopefully he's healthy and stays
Shaq was
healthy.
huge.
So yeah, but Shaq was also like 7'1" and like 300 pounds and was unstoppable.
I know.
Shaq didn't need bounce. He just stuck his arm up in the air and he dunked it, dude. It was over.
Do you guys want to do a little draft? A little snake draft with this list?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. How are we going to determine who gets first pick? In
I have
the
no idea. Just
draft order. Random numbers.
Someone-
generator?
yeah, just pick a number.
All right. We'll go 1 through 100, and then whoever gets closest to the number.
All right. I'll do 32.
Okay. Nards.
55 since that was my basketball number. What a shitty number. White chocolate?
I'll go 56. Damn it! All right, so it goes
So-
Trevor, Nards, and me, and then I'll start the second round. All right, Nards. Money's not an object in this.
No, isn't it Trevor?
Oh yeah, Trevor, then Nards, and then me.
Money's not an object.
Okay, fine.
No,
Well,
no, you're just drafting. You're just drafting.
Yeah,
I
you're
thought,
drafting.
Well, then
Fine.
obviously
Money-
you have one of the top. It's gonna go row by row, basically.
Not really.
Not necessarily.
I'm not taking DeAndre 8. At least for a while. If he's still available, I might take him with my last pick.
No, let's keep the money involved. I think it makes it more interesting.
All right,
Okay,
you got
okay,
$15.
All right. I'm taking with my number 1 overall pick. I'm taking Luka Doncic for $5.
Smart pick. Smart pick.
Number 2. I'm taking Ja Morant, dude. I love Ja.
You stole my pick.
Yeah. Get screwed. Number 3, number 30.
All right, I'll go Tatum. My pick.
All right.
And then I have another pick, so I will. Who do I want to pair him with? I'll go Ant.
Oh man. It's already at $9, so that's huge. Huge.
Sure, had to get my 2 best players.
Fair enough. Who I take? Ja, and then I'll take Scotty Barnes, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh, that's a solid pick. All right, I got Luka.
Yeah, you get another one. Yeah, I thought you I thought you picked Luka again.
I'm
I
gonna
was like,
take.
no.
I'm gonna take.
Dude, the
Ingram in my
$4
3,
section is so
and
point
then
guard.
Luca. I'll take Ingram for 4 and Luca for 2. So that puts me at $11.
And then I'll take
Wait, did I say Luca? I meant Ingram and Cade.
okay.
Luca,
Okay.
Ingram, and Cade for 9.
He's got the two like players, dude. Okay. What I have so far, John and Scotty. Then I'll take me a shooter. I'll take gotta take Tyler Hero for
Fair
my
enough.
third pick.
Pair with Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards. I'll take Mobley. And then the next pick, give me the Fro. We got $2 players.
Jarrett.
So I only have $1. Yeah, I only have $1 left. There's a plan.
It's my turn now.
Yes, sir.
Someone take BI yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take Aiden, dude. I'll take Aiden for 4.
All right, and then I'll
For my
take
5.
John Collins for $1 and Jared Jackson Jr. for $1.
No, I want a Jarrett. Whatever. It's fine. It's
So I
fine.
have Luca, Cade, Ingram, John Collins, and Jared Jackson Jr.
Yeah. I have.
Wait, who do you
Who's
have?
gonna be my last?
I'll
pick?
type it in the chat.
Oh man, I have $1 to spend. So, well, I was gonna take Triple J. Give me Halliburton, dude. Screw it. Screw
All
it.
right, and I'll take Maxi.
Yeah, fair enough.
So my team, I just sent it to you guys. Oh wait, you typed it in that chat.
I have
All right.
Ja,
Yeah.
Ayton, Ja, Ayton, Scotty. Man, dude, who got? Oh, Hero. What a team.
That is a good team. I'm taking my team all day actually over in this league. My team's going 82-0. You guys can play it out for the 2 seed. All right, yo, actually, comment down below which of these teams you think is gonna win.
My team for sure, dude. Scotty Barnes is a baller. Halliburton, another baller. Hero. You can't put him on the bench in this situation. Otherwise, I'd have the 6-man where he strives.
Dude, look
mean,
at
my center, I think Allen locks down the paint against your guys' centers. Mobley is an athletic freak at the 4. Tatum he's not a dog, but he can score. Edwards is
Not
that
a dog.
guy. He's a dog. And then Tyrese Maxey can pull that thing from just
From
inside half court if he
anywhere.
really wants to.
But I mean, okay, dude, my team is I got 2, 3, 4 even huge defenders, maybe. Cade, Ingram, Collins, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Luka's not that great of a defender. Neither is Ingram
Yeah,
really.
he's slow.
My entire team can play defense.
But dude, my team is Luka, Cade, and Ingram scoring wise. That's wraps.
Yeah, having the first pick really
Yeah,
freaking
but
helps,
Luka,
doesn't it?
Luca
It
and Cade
does.
coming up. Who's gonna take up the ball in your situation?
Luca for sure.
They're like the same people. So you're gonna have Cade playing off ball.
Yeah, but they can run a 2-man action, bro, for sure. You don't need. I don't think Cade needs the ball in his hands. Like I really don't think they're gonna keep Cade at point guard either. This upcoming season with Ivy, you're really gonna put a 6'3" guy at shooting guard, or how tall is he? 6'5"?
6'5", yeah. I think it's gonna give a lot of like opportunities for fast breaks for the Pistons because there's so many people that can bring up the ball.
I know.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice.
It is. But all right, everyone, comment down below who you think wins this draft
Well,
we did here.
Yeah.
I don't see myself losing, but that's just me.
I mean, you're
I have
big.
Ja, dude, so it's okay.
I mean, we'll just attack John Collins on the defensive end if we're playing your team, honestly.
Well, Jaren
I'm a-
Jackson Jr. was like one of the Triple J was like one of the best defenders in the. He had like the most blocks in, like the season.
Yeah.
last year.
We won't challenge him, but we'll challenge him to shoot 3-pointers because he was struggling to shoot in the playoffs.
That's
That's
true.
fine.
That's true.
That's fine by me. He'll knock one down.
Shooters
I'm not
gotta
going to be
shoot.
looking at him to score. I'm going to be looking at Ingram, Cade, and Luca to score. And then I have lob threats in the middle. Beautiful. And putbacks in the middle. See, I have a system going here.
I think we all
He'd
do.
be
I think we
tanking.
all have good teams. The only thing that we can do now is put these teams into 2K and see who has the best simulation.
Simulate.
Dude, that'd be
Fair
lit.
enough.
All right, let's do it.
Now that I'm looking at my team, having that last pick sucked, but it gave me the ability to draft back to back. I would just have to wait super long.
You could have taken Green. So Maxi.
Why would I want Green over Maxi? I know what I'm getting from Maxi. Jalen Green, I don't know what I'm getting just yet.
He can drop 40.
I'm not
Didn't
building
he
for
drop
the future.
40 at
I'm
least?
building for the now. I'm building for the now.
I think he dropped the 40 bomb last year, at least once.
No one took De'Aaron. That's kind of and or Shea.
Yeah, he dropped 41 last year in one of the games, Jalen Green.
Yeah, no
Or
one took
Garland.
Garland either, or Melo.
Yeah, I
Or
took
Zion.
Ja, so I didn't want
No one
Dude,
took
Melo-
Trae Young.
Or I think that doesn't surprise me. Trae Young is not worth $5.
What if like
Yeah.
I went like
Too much money.
Tatum, Young, and then just like a bunch of like budget options.
You could.
That could have worked.
I could have went 5, 5, 3, and then 2 $1 players. That could have been nasty. I wish I would have thought
There's not very many big men on this list, which is why I knew I had to draft like it. I had to save
Yeah.
some room for.
I wanted Triple J, dude.
You got Allen, didn't you?
No, I got
Yeah.
Allen and Mobley.
I wanted
Yeah.
Allen too, and they got copped like right before I was about to draft both of them, dude. They both
That
got
was
taken.
that was my thought process. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna not have a
I
center.
got the worst spot in that draft, dude. I got screwed just like the Pistons did.
Like look at this
No,
team.
I'll
It's
take
literally-
Ivy. I'll take
It's
Ivy.
literally just Ja Morant.
No, that's a, and the rookie of the year,
Who shouldn't have
sixth
been
man of the
rookie
year.
Halliburton's
agree with
decent.
Scott.
Yeah,
for
Halliburton's a
shooting.
dog and a max contract center.
But if
Yeah.
we're going pound for
Max
pound, I think Nards' team is third.
If we're going pound for pound, I think I'm rubbing my all over you too.
Yeah, it probably is. But I think me and Nards will be competitive. But well, is this
Okay.
Jason Tatum?
In
Is this
hindsight,
dog
I
Jason
lose the
Tatum
draft.
like conference finals dog Jason Tatum, or is this NBA finals Jason Tatum?
This is NBA Finals, Jason Tatum.
Can I return my first overall pick?
It doesn't matter. NBA
Jaylen
Finals or not,
Brown.
we saw his true colors. He has no dog in him.
Texting Kobe and shit like that.
I
And
know.
it comes out with that BS, dude.
I got you.
I got you.
I got you.
Kobe turned over in his grave when he saw that performance.
I know.
I got you.
God.
Mamba out. But all right. Anyway, guys, on that note, we'd like to thank you all for watching today and following along with us. Let us know down below what you thought, any improvements, any ideas, suggestions. And let us know who you think won our fantasy draft right there. It was a cool little thing we did. So if you guys liked it, let us know. We'll do some more of these in the future, maybe.
If you see any,
Thanks for
send us
tuning in.
send us it. Send us
Yeah. If you see any of those,
send
send it over. Anything you guys want us to cover or do in the pod, just comment down below or shoot us a DM on Instagram at MTM_pod. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Post notification bells on.
Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Comment down below. You know the drill. You know the drill.
Like and share.
But anyways, thank you to everyone for joining us. We always have fun doing this. And like Trevor said, follow us on all socials. Send us some random stuff. Give us something.
Yeah, give us some stuff, homies.
But until next time, we will see you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.
There we go.
Perfect.